Hi, I'm Yogi Davis. I wanted to answer a commonly asked question that I see online by beginner ropers generally. And that question is, where do you look when you're roping the horns? And the generic, easy answer is, you look to the base of the left horn. Pretty much everybody does. But I wanted to go a little more in depth than I've seen people do and give you my answer and give you some information so you can make up your mind for yourself, think about how it works, and how your body works, which is why I favor the base of the left horn. Other people are going to move differently, and so they're going to maybe look somewhere different. But what makes sense to me is my core is what everything revolves around. Everything athletic we do, from hitting golf balls to roping to whatever, involves the core of your body. In your swing and your delivery, you're going to finish where your core is pointed. Your left hand is generally going to be centered up with the core of your body, and everything finishes to your core. So if I look to the base of the right horn, what's going to happen a lot of times is I'm going to point my core farther off there to the right. When I point my body further off there to the right, and I'm looking further to the right, I'm going to split the horns. Splitting the horns is kind of the most common miss that I see. And so my whole goal, and it's been one of my big problems, is splitting the horns. So my theory on it is to try to cover both horns with my swing and delivery. Where my left hand goes is going to dictate where the eye on my rope goes, and where my delivery finishes. I want the eye on my rope to hit underneath the left horn, and then my curl will come around and come right back to the eye on my rope, if that makes sense. And then it's going to snap shut and be right there on the left horn. If I look further back in his head, and my curl comes around, it's going to come either even further back over here and possibly hickey this right horn or wave it off. And so it's just the mechanics of it. Now, looking under the base of the left horn is not a hard and fast rule. There's going to be times and situations where you're going to look to different places. If you're roping head duckers or you're trying to rope a neck, you're going to look further back on the body of the steer. You're going to look more like around their shoulders, if that makes sense, because it's the mechanics of your rope, and where your eye hits determines on how your rope reacts when it hits the horns. And so that's just kind of my answer and the way I think about it, and hopefully that'll help some of you guys to determine your own theories on where to look. And like I said, there's no hard and fast rule. Some people look to the back of the head, some people look to the base of the right horn. It just all depends on what works for you and figuring it out. But I wanted to elaborate a little bit more and maybe help some people out. I want to give a huge shout out to some of my sponsors, Trace Rios, Lone Star Ropes. I appreciate everything they do for me, and thanks. Have a blessed day.